How did it end up like this?
It's almost like it's wove through the tree up there.
Yeah. Someone tried to weave a little
It's not attached.
structure or something.
Yeah.
Stuck in the ground. This is totally Sasquatch that did this. I mean, a lot of people don't see this, and they think we're all crazy and stuff. But this branch just didn't fall out of the tree.
I know. Hello Bigfoot enthusiasts, Scott here from Blue Mountain Bigfoot Research, and today we are going to be talking about tree breaks. Not tree structures, but tree breaks. Now, this report comes to us from a place called Mount Ireland. Now, Mount Ireland is over 8,000 feet in elevation, and it does have two Forest Service watchtowers, fire watchtowers on it, and the only way they can man those is by helicopter. So it's pretty rugged territory, and not a lot of people go up here. Now I'm going to give you kind of a broad stroke of the area we're talking about, because it is an active area for us that we do a lot of research in. But it's just outside of Baker City, which is here, and there's a little town called Sumter right here. And there's an even smaller town, well, it's not a town anymore, it's a ghost town called Bourne. And just outside of Bourne is where this report comes to us from. Now, the reports came to me from a gentleman who had spent a few weeks, like I think almost 4, maybe 5 weeks up in the woods, and this is a long time ago. This is like in the late 70s. And he found a place to go camping up there that he had to hike into. And he set up his camp, and he was just living off the land up there. He was doing a lot of fishing. And one day he had a creel of fish up on the bank, and he was a little ways away from it. And he looks back to see where his creel was, and he saw a juvenile Bigfoot taking the fish out of his creel basket and then walk off into the woods with him. This is not unheard of. There's a lot of stories about Bigfoot stealing fish. That story was amazing enough, but it didn't end there. Later on that night, he heard a noise outside the tent. He stuck his head out to see a large, not the juvenile, but a large Bigfoot standing in the woods not too far from his tent, and he grabbed a tree, twisted it off, and then walked into the woods. Now the next morning he had the foresight to go out and collect that tree break where it was twisted off. He took a bow saw that he had with him and cut off the stump, and 30 years later told me this story and left me this stump. Now, here's some photos of the stump. And there are 5 finger marks on the bottom of it, and the top of it is twisted off. There's no hack marks, there's no saw marks on it, and it's literally twisted. He tried to preserve it by painting it with lacquer, and he did a pretty good job, but he preserved it for over 30 years. If you want to see that stump today, it is in the North American Bigfoot Center Museum. That's in Boring, Oregon, and it was opened and is run by Cliff Barackman from the TV show Finding Bigfoot. Go check it out. I'll put a link in the description below for their website. Now, I'm sure not all tree breaks are Sasquatch, as not all snow loads breaks are snow loads. What I think is really interesting is the twists. Not a lot of snow load trees can twist when they break. They just snap straight off. Now, we found this in that same area, in the Bourne area. It was 2 small trees tied together in a knot. I thought it was very interesting. I was out Bigfooting with my good friend Mike. Hi, Mike. He's from Maine, the great state of Maine. And he found this. Not too far from this area, I spied what I wasn't sure, but I think was a footprint. Here's a photo of the footprint. But these two small trees were tied together like in a knot. So tell me what you think. I got me. I don't have a clue. So leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff, and as always, go out and look for Bigfoot. Thanks for watching.